All right, welcome to the recap video for Season 4 and look ahead at Season 1 of 2023. So we're going to get started. Had some fun this season. So let's get started. First series we're going to start with is the GT4 Challenge, Fixed Challenge. I drove the Aston Martin, and it has some limitations. So part of the limitation is basically the gearing between second gear and third gear. Second gear is real short, third gear is a little long. There's just such a big gap that a lot of places you can't really use second gear. You kind of have to use third, and it just kind of causes the car to be a little sluggish. But we ran Division 2, finished 34th in the division and 84th overall, so very pleased with that. There's a lot of close racing in this series. It's a lot of fun. A lot of there can be a lot of give and take. So last season in the production car challenge in the Mazdas, my safety rating tanked quite a bit. Basically, part my fault. I had to do a lot of slower Mustangs, but my safety rating recouped in this series. Got back up to over 4. So the racing is good. There's some close racing. I've had some good races here. I've really only had 4 bad races. Overall, I've lost 58 I rating in this series, but one race could have changed that. I kind of rage quit at Motorsport Arena, and lost 139 I rating for that. If I'd have broke even, I would have finished out the season gaining I rating. So I wasn't real competitive in here the majority of the times. I did have some top 10s. That's kind of what I'm shooting for in this series with 30 cars. My average finish was about 12th. So it's a fun series. I'm looking forward to the Open series. Not that I know anything about setups. I barely know anything about setups and oval racing, and that's what I'm better at. But I am looking forward to the Open series. I'll probably still run the iRacing series in that Open series, but maybe I'll tinker with it a little bit when I get there, but that's going to be a ways down the road before I even get to the Open. But overall, I think I did good. I felt I did good in the fixed GT4. It's fun. If I was to do it over again, may try a different car. I like the Aston Martin. I like the looks of the Aston Martin. But that whole second, third gear issue, once you get used to the car, you kind of get around it. But getting started, it just, I don't know, it was different. Some places I wanted to downshift in the second, and the minute I do, I was having to upshift in the third. So, but it is a good fun series. Safety rating wise, I definitely prefer it over the production car challenge. Next up, we did the late model tour fixed series this season, and ran very well in that for a fixed series. I normally struggle in fixed series. I do better in the open series where I can tweak my car. Like I said, I'm not that good, but I know enough, especially when it comes to the stock cars, on certain things to change to loosen the car up, tighten the car up. Basically, all I did here was, well, it's fixed series. All you can do is brake bias. Figure out the brake bias that I wanted and do that. So we ran Division 1, finished 11th in the division and 15th overall. So very pleased with that. Had, like I said, we ran really good here. Averaged, I think, 5th or 6th place. Never got a win. Went winless all season long in all my series. So unfortunately, we did have a few bad races, but for the most part, they were good, strong runs. Um, a lot of top 5s, top 10s, right there, 5th, 6th, 7th place finishes. We had a few top 3s, I think. The fixed series, so I've ran the open and I've ran the fixed in the late model. We are more competitive in the open series. The fixed series, there is some very, very fast competition. That is one reason why we never got a win. But very, very hard, very difficult, strong competition in the fixed series. So I was very pleased that we ran so well in this series. We did happen to gain 154 I rating in this series, so that was good, especially after the fiasco that was the SK Modified fixed, and losing so much in that series. We were able to gain some of that back in this series, so really enjoy the late model, whether it be the open or the fixed. Anybody that wants to look at running ovals, I strongly recommend that series. I like the car. I like the series. For the most part, it's pretty clean. Granted, if you're slower in maybe the second split, maybe not so much, but I know in the top split, especially if you can qualify up front, top half of the field, it can be pretty clean. So
That's 20 minutes to go.
Really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. The DIRTcar limited late model. Hadn't driven anything in dirt other than sprint cars. Did a season in the Legends car, which was a lot of fun. This series here, I didn't know what to expect getting into it. It was a fun series. I did lose 114 I rating, but I really only had 3 bad races. So we ran Division 2, I finished 39th in the division, and I finished 97th overall. So finishing in the top 100, I am pleased with. When I'm in Division 2, finishing in the top 100 is great for me. So, like I said, we had 3 bad races. I had some decent finishes, some good finishes, but I think that some of those better finishes, though, I kind of lucked into with wrecks happening in front of me. But like I always say, sometimes it is better to be lucky than good, and that was the case in some of these races. So it was fun. The car, granted, in dirt, it's not like you can stop, and when you're running a car that has a ramp on the front of your car, if somebody sits sideways, somebody slows up, you're going to get under them. Not into the back of them, but you're going to get under them. You're going to pick their car up and tear your car up in the process pretty good. But it was fun. Looking forward to the other series that run this car. Maybe, hopefully, I'll have some better luck. But overall, it wasn't bad. I mean, I did lose some I rating, but I had fun. Not a whole lot else to say. Even though the NIS series has been over for a little bit, I didn't cover that in the last recap because we were still running it. So I didn't run a whole lot of, I think I only ran like 8 or 9 races because I got started late. Debating on whether or not I'm going to do the NIS Open again when it opens or when it starts back up in February. I kind of want to, but I'm not decided. I don't know if that's something you guys want to watch. It might be something I do anyways. I really hadn't decided. I'll probably bring it up when I get when it gets closer to starting back up. But we're in Division 2, finished 191st first in my division and 608th overall. Like I said, only ran 8 or 9 races, so really hard to tell. In those races, I had some really good races, and I had some bad races. Martinsville, New Hampshire comes to mind when I thought I was prepared. Completely missed the setup, completely missed the weather, the track temp, wrecked on like lap 5, and I didn't so much as rage quit. I did quit, but I didn't rage quit. I quit because I was ill prepared and didn't want to get back out on the track and wreck anybody else. So I bowed out. I completely missed the setup, missed everything. Really looking forward to that race, and just totally screwed up. Didn't want to mess up anybody else, so I quit. So that was a really bad race for us. I lost 198 I rating in the few races I ran. Now, I know that iRacing separates your road and your oval and your dirt, and it separates all of those. But when I look at my series, I add all of that up in the series. That's what I did with that car in that series. Road, dirt, doesn't matter. So I lost 198, but a lot of that was coming from the road series. Like I said, I only raced maybe 8 or 9 races, but I swear up and down half of them seemed to be like road courses. I was always available during the road courses. And I know Watkins Glen I spun. I know Road America I got spun. Well, I got spun at Watkins Glen too. So I know I ran the Roval. So maybe I only ran the 3 out of the 8 or 9, but those just kind of hurt. But I had fun in the series. I like the longer races. There's more strategy involved. I think Kansas or somewhere like that really did different pit strategy than everybody else. And I think I pulled out a top 10. So they're fun. I like the length of them. They're grueling. I don't know why, but I tend to stress out a lot for them because they are longer. I know guys put more time in, and I don't want to screw them up. You know, I put more time in for those races, and I don't want to screw up. So that's the only reason why I don't know if I want to do it again, because I'm here to have fun. And yes, when I get in the race, I have a lot of fun racing those races, but I feel like I have a lot of stress. I put a lot of stress on myself preparing for those races. And if I can change that, then I'll enjoy it a lot more. So we tried to do our one-off series. We tried to do the late model open series. I only got to run 3 races. All 3 races I ran really good. I was really strong, but I only got to run those 3 earlier in the season, and then time constraints, and then taking on a second job, just kind of my extra time went by the wayside since I was trying to do 3 new series. So, like I said, I only got the 3 races in. I was in Division 1. We finished 79th in the division, 193rd overall. That would have been a lot higher if I would have completed. But the 3 races I did run, have fun. Like I said, the late model tour open fixed. Highly recommend it. I enjoy the open a lot more. I'm a little more competitive in the open, so that's why I lean that way. We were also trying to do the 305 sprint races. I only got 1 race ran all season long. Unfortunately, we were in Division 2, finished 442nd and 3,378th overall. So the one race I was in, I did decent at. So I think I finished 5th. So I got a top 5 in that race. But just no time to race those races. So overall, the season, I had a lot of fun. Didn't get all the series I ran were really good, and I really enjoyed them. The new series that I tried between the Fixed GT4 Challenge, the Late Model Tour Fixed, and the Limited Late Model Series, I had more fun in the Late Model Tour. It's because I am an oval guy. The GT4 Challenge, I wish we could have been a little more competitive. But we had good races, you know, had a lot of fun. So I had some top fives, but had some bad races. Road Atlanta is one of them. I struggled at that track no matter what I do. But overall, the 3 new series I tried, I had a lot of fun. So now we're going to look ahead at the upcoming season. So I always wait until the schedule drops. And schedule came out today. And of course, I knew yesterday that the Toyota GR86, I believe it is going to be added to the production car challenge. My plan was to race the Mustang in the production car challenge. I've already raced the Solstice, which is going away. And a lot of iRating due to that car. But I already raced the Solstice. I raced the Mazda last season. So I really struggled with the slow Mustang drivers. So I was kind of looking forward to getting into the Mustang and seeing if I couldn't try to avoid being one of the slower Mustangs that keeps getting in the Mazda's way. But that's what I was going to run. But now, since the Toyota GR86 has come out and joined the production car challenge, it's one of the slower cars. It's about 3 seconds off the pace of the Mustang. I am going to go back to the production car challenge and run the Toyota GR86. I don't think it's 60. I think it's 86. Anyways, so I'm going to run the Toyota in the production car challenge. Revisit that. I'll have to deal with the slower Mustangs again. I know my safety rating is going to take a hit. I know I'll probably be kicking myself in the rear about halfway through the season. But new car, new series. I want to give them all a go if I can. So we're going to do the production car challenge early in the week. Try to do it early in the week and see how that one goes. I ran a few laps at Charlotte, not the Roval, but the Oval, just to figure out speed. I looked at the settings. It has ABS that I'll be able to mess with. Being production car challenge is an open series, I'll be able to mess with that. I'll mess with the anti-roll bars to try to loosen the car up, tighten the car up. So there's a few things that I can mess with to get me the oversteer and things like that. So looking forward to that challenge. And then in the past, well, normally I do 2 races or 2 new series. This season I tried to do 3. When I took on a second job, it just really killed a lot of the spare time I had. So I can't get the races in that I want to. The amount of races in that I would like to. So I'm going to scale back to just 2 new series. So we're going to do a road series in the production car challenge. And then we're going to do a dirt oval series in the 358 modifieds. This will be the last D-class series in dirt unless they add one next season, season 2. I've done the 305s. Really enjoyed the 305s. Just did the limited late model this season. Enjoyed that. I am better in the 305s. But we're going to give the 358s a try and see how that goes this season. So I'm looking forward to that. To me, it's an ugly looking car, but we'll see how it goes. see how it drives, see if we can't do a little bit better than we did in the limited late models. So that's the 2 new series I'm going to do. And then for the first 9 races, I'm going to revisit. I haven't done any recordings, but I'm going to revisit the Xfinity series, the B-Class Open. And we're going to run that series probably Friday nights, because the DIRTcar we're going to try to run about midweek. We're going to try to run the Xfinity series Friday nights. And then we're going to try to keep doing the late model open on Saturday nights. That's my plan. But if I miss a race, the new series, I'm going to try to get those in before I get the other 2 races in. But the Xfinity series is only 9 weeks long this season, because on week 10 you basically have the start of the NASCAR series at Daytona. So a little before the series ends for the Xfinity series, I'll probably, in my Oval series, bring it up, the guys who are watching that, to see if I can get any thoughts on whether they would like me to continue running the Xfinity Open, or if they would like to see me run the NIS Open. So that's kind of a look ahead. Like I said, just to recap, we're going to do the production car challenge in the Toyota. I got a feeling that's going to be a very, very full field, at least for a while, being a new car. So I got a feeling the participation in the Toyota is going to be very high. But we're going to run that. We're going to run the 358 modified in the dirt. And then we're going to do try to run the Xfinity series and the late model open. So hopefully all goes well this coming season, and hope to see some of you guys out there. So hope you guys enjoyed the recap videos. Try to do them so I go over the series that I race, let you guys know what I think of them, just kind of my thoughts, and let you guys know what I'm going to race. So if you don't have any idea what you want to race, that's what I'm racing, and love to see you guys out on the track. So we'll see you in the next one, guys. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, and as always, thanks for watching.